The world season began without Russian skaters, but not without Russian representation. 14-year-old Swiss Anastasia Brandenburg performed a short program at the Junior Grand Prix in Riga. In the summer, she came to Russia for training with the Terry Tubberts' team, and the effect is noticeable. Much of the program suspiciously resembles other productions by Daniel Glitchingas. First of all, Storm by Kamila Valieva, echoes of which can be heard in her In Memoriam of the Olympic season. Brandenburg's example shows that in Krystalny, they still use techniques from Kamila's iconic programs. The Swiss skated to Fantasy for violin and orchestra by Nigel Hess, and the parallels were striking. Swings, X's from spins, runs, arm movements. Run on the toes with the same spin and the same arm movements. The light harmonious melody was complemented by the striking similarity of the purple dresses of Brandenburg and Valieva, not from Storm, but from In Memoriam. Objectively, when you break down the programs into parts, it is not at all necessary to see Glitchingas' self-repetition in this. The movements themselves are popular. Everyone has swings and spins, often reminiscent of each other. But here we have a total roll call. Similar movements, combined with the dress, music, accents. And in the end, she really does look like a bad copy of Valieva. The result is unsuccessful even by the standards of the far from stellar Brandenburg. A fall on a triple Lutz, a successful double axel and a butterfly on a flip. After the performance, Sergei Dudikov met her. They waited for the scores with restraint. In the end, 43 points and 17th place before the free program, the Swiss skater's worst result in 2 years, with a personal best of 62.57. The contrast is added against the backdrop of Storm, with which Valieva first stormed the podium at the adult level in Russia and delighted everyone. Both the author of the music Eric Radford and the strict Tatyana Tarasova, who called that program close to perfection. In the profile on the ISO website, it is Dudikov who is listed as the Swiss athlete's coach, and Glitchingas and Tubberts as choreographers. But the summer training camp is not the first joint work. The collaboration was known a year ago. Then the Russians staged one of the programs, for which Anastasia even thanked them with a post in Russian. However, Dudikov was not officially listed as her coach at that time. In July 2024, Brandenburg explained that working with the distinguished team was her dream. I always wanted to get into Terry Georgievna Tubberts' group because she is a legendary coach. In the end, circumstances worked out so well that my dream came true. I hope that our work with the Terry Georgievna will be long-term and successful. When I first got into the group, I had mixed feelings. There was some fear of making a mistake, but at the same time, I was happy that I was training with such strong athletes and coaches. Training in Tubberts' group is strikingly different from what I am used to at home. In Switzerland, we train after school, and this takes at best an hour and a half to 2 hours a day. We only train fully on Saturdays and Sundays. In Russia, there is a different training approach. It is more adapted to professional athletes, Brandenburg said in an interview with Championship.com. The Swiss has not yet entered the prizes. Last year she was 7th and 4th at the stages in Istanbul and Budapest, and in the overall ISO ranking, she is 59th. Medals not at the most prestigious junior tournaments: gold at the Santa Claus Cup and bronze at the Swiss Ice Skating Open. But perhaps her main achievement is 6th place at the Junior World Championships, a couple of months after which she went to Tubberts again. Incidentally, Brandenburg named Anna Shubakova, not Valieva, as her ideal among Russian figure skaters. And after a series of internships, she noted that she herself began to jump more consistently. The tournament in Riga did not confirm this, but she can still improve her positions in the free program, which, according to Brandenburg, differs from the short program in style. But at last year's stage in Budapest, the athlete already had a good comeback: 4th place after 11th in the short program. True, now it will be more difficult.